quick announcement. We have invested a lot of time into YouTube, so go over to my YouTube channel, just type in Jake Dunlap, click the little bell, and you'll get notified every time we upload a video. We have over almost 300 videos now. Anything you want to know about sales, sales leadership, so get over and subscribe. What is going on, everyone? Welcome to weekly recap number 83. I am Jake Dunlap, CEO of Skaled, and this week we are talking about a topic that's very near and dear to my heart, LinkedIn and digital presence. What can all of you as a company do today to start to move the needle? In this week's Jake's Take, right, what I want to try to do is give people as practical and tactical advice as I can around how to make the next steps to better communicate with your target audience. I'm not talking about being LinkedIn famous here. If you want to be LinkedIn famous, here's what you need to do. I want you to go and search in Facebook in 2012, and I want you to find the videos that did the best. Maybe it's a cat jumping on something. Someone has a bionic leg and is walking for the first time. Those videos crush it on LinkedIn. They really add no technical value, right? And I'm sure you see those people. So that's not what I'm going to talk about. Instead, I'm going to talk about how can you start to reposition the way you think about LinkedIn. So firstly, if you're in sales, right, I want you to think, don't just reshare company posts. People want to hear from you. So every time you're going to share something, make sure to put 2 or 3 of your insights, right? The other thing is spend most of your time focused on your buyers, right? So make sure you're connecting with a certain amount of new buyers. You can look in LinkedIn Sales Navigator and you can see who shared content so you can interact with them. Spend more time interacting with buyers, less time interacting with, yay, go me, my buddy's posts that I work with. If you're in marketing, make sure that you're sharing content that is going to be relevant to your target buyers. Now, granted, you still want to do some stuff, sprinkle it in for your employees, no problem at all. But what you might want to start to consider is like, is this something that my buyers actually want to engage with and interact with versus am I trying to generate a click to a landing page? Every single time that you put a post out, include the link in the comments. It will help your reach by sometimes 2, 3, 4, 5x. It'll get people talking because now you're providing insights, like I said in your first point. And the focus isn't on click on the article, the focus is on the quality of the post. So my friends in sales and marketing, if you do those 2 things each, I promise you're going to see a big impact, not necessarily on just being LinkedIn famous, but also on leads. We've had a few pieces of content come out that I'm really excited about. One is an article that we put out on SalesHacker talking about how social selling is killing your impact on LinkedIn. And I have to tell you how I label social selling, and really that's really all that matters. You could call social selling what I'm calling social selling, is are you constantly focused on selling or are you focused on building a community of people that want to interact with you? So if you want to learn more, link to the articles included. Also, I did an amazing podcast with my friend John Barrows. I want to make sure that you look at the teaser where John Barrows, Mr. New England Patriots himself, is actually wearing a Kansas City Chiefs World Champions hat. John, I'm sorry about that. But what John and I talk quite a bit about is we talk about what does it mean to be an expert today? Right? That this definition of an expert used to be what a trade publication said was, or some other person nominated you, but now almost anyone can be an expert. So we go deep on that. We talk about sales, we talk about the death of methodologies, a lot of fun stuff. And last but not least, I want you all to check out a webinar that I am doing on February 27th with our friends at Hey Orca up in Newfoundland. I think they're still under like 52 feet of snow. Literally, let me tell you about Newfoundland. Literally, these people had to, they couldn't even open their door. They had to like create like a igloo cave front to like get out of their door. Like that's how crazy it snows in Newfoundland. But anyway, what we're talking about is for all my agency friends out there, LinkedIn is like the forgotten stepchild, right? You just take this like same piece of like white paper blog post download and you repurpose it. So if you are in agency or if you're in digital marketing, tune into the webinar, link below. And I think you're gonna learn quite a bit about how you can actually be doubling, tripling your results from both LinkedIn paid and LinkedIn organic. All right, my friends, this week's in the news, we are talking about some big updates that happened with LinkedIn Sales Navigator, right? One, we don't get paid by Sales Navigator, right? There's no referral fee here. Sales Navigator just makes your job a lot easier. So some of the things I want you to know in their new update. First is CRM integration. You can now create a record directly from SalesNav. Why does that matter? It saves you a ton of time. right? If you're a company that works off of contacts instead of leads, now you can literally use your sales nav search and create contacts. Love that. The next is being able to see from search results other saved lists your friends have, right? So people that are in your network, that are in your company, you can actually see additional saved searches. Why is that helpful? Again, let's say you're trying to look at a similar group of people where you did an event last year. Right now, imagine being able to just like share data across. That's pretty great. Next is saved account alert, that if they're getting ready to grow, LinkedIn actually starts to send some signals now. So that's pretty cool. So there's almost like a your account is growing list. And next, there's some pretty cool updates to the mobile app that make it a little more friendly. So make sure you check that out. So if you're not on Sales Nav, I highly suggest you get your sales organization on Sales Nav. It's just gonna make everything that we talk about that much easier. Hashtag Ask Jake Anything. Again, I highly encourage all of you to use the hashtag. A lot of you DM me the hashtag. Just a quick tip. You don't need to hashtag it if you DM me. Just say, Jake, I got a question. But if you're out in public, use the hashtag. I like searching for it. There's like a whole 42 posts on Instagram for it. So shout out to all of you who have used Ask Jake Anything on Instagram as well. Nathan Kryn, Kryn. Nathan, what's up, man? I appreciate all the comments and posts. I know you're active out there. If your salespeople stop posting on LinkedIn tomorrow, what would happen? Well, here's the thing, Nathan. Guess what? They're already not posting. Most salespeople, less than 2% of people, period, are posting on LinkedIn, right? So for most companies or most people, like, that's just a regular Tuesday. If they were not posting on LinkedIn, I would go heavy in a couple of areas. One, I think standing out in calls and email is still important. I'd probably go heavier call. Whenever we work with hundreds of SDR teams every single year, I feel like the phone is just kind of laying there. Like these teams aren't using the phone very much, so I would probably go back. And why phone over email? It's personal connection. If I can get through, you hear my voice, there's something personal there. I'd also go maybe a little bit more like mail, right? So again, what can I do that's gonna be authentic and personal to you? That's why I like the phone, right? It's why I like mail. So I'd probably lean in heavier there, maybe in-person events and some of those things. Weekly challenge, the Get It Done Challenge, DUN for Dunlap, in case you did not quite pick up on that. 1, Monday, build a list on LinkedIn Sales Navigator. With that list, look at who posted in the last 30 days and interact with their content. 2, produce a post every single day for the first week that actually is about something your target buyer cares about. And lastly, share that post starting on Thursday with all the people that connected with you from Monday through Wednesday and DM them, like here's some interesting insights that they might find interesting. So if you want more of those types of tips and you want 1 hour with the team, make sure to comment below, tag yourself, and we'll get at you. That, my friends, is weekly recap number 83. I'm out.